Hi, this is Doug Garth, Campview Farms with a week 4 and 5 update. Skipped the week 4, it was 4th of July. We had a lot of stuff going on.
I'm not going to the hospital.
But we're not as far along as we had hoped. If you've been watching my earlier videos, I had hoped to have actually planted something this past weekend, but we've had some very minor setbacks. Friday night I was mowing and all of a sudden my zero turn became a swamp buggy. And I discovered I had a major water leak with a cracked 1-inch PVC supply line at my house. So luckily Saturday morning, my son and grandson came over and helped dig that line up. It was about 16, 18 inches deep.
We should be about there.
Yeah, I'm bumping it. Insert a couple videos of stuff like that, but I'll insert that video here. Then I planned to then Sunday try to plant, but it was really hot out. Miss Sherry's out of town this weekend, so I'll put a video of the tarps. But the tarps are still down, and I'll probably wait till next weekend to actually dig up one of the beds and start some planting. I did get my irrigation supplies in. I had some, but I didn't have enough. So I've got some more irrigation supplies in. And tractor-wise, one thing I plan to do in the future, by the way, is a tractor video. I actually have 3 different types of tractors. I'm going to do a video on which tractor I would recommend for beginning homesteaders. But I have a BX23, a 2003 model. That's been a great tractor. Went to use it, and the front end loader cylinders, they're getting old and they've got some major leaks. So I've now got the front end loader in the barn and plan to tear into the cylinders on that, and I'll do a video on that. There are some out there that I've watched. They're pretty good videos, but I'm going to see if I can add a little bit to it in case somebody has a BX or just needs to do a hydraulic cylinder repair. I'm certainly no expert in that, but I think I'm pretty mechanical and doesn't look that hard. Famous last words. The compost, I've done a couple videos on the wood chip compost. Yesterday I piled that up, and of course while I was piling it up I didn't pay attention. I was using my Kubota L2501 tractor, and I ran out of fuel. Big mistake. I was able to get started again, had some fuel here, but it took forever. Luckily, I didn't have to bleed the lines. The compost is now piled up into one pile, which ought to help me keep some of the Bermuda grass out of it. Besides that, we've just been doing basic cleanup. YouTube-wise, we're now up to 101 subscribers as of this morning. So if you subscribed, I really, really appreciate that. If you're watching this and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. We need to grow our subscribers, and please share our videos if you're finding them interesting to watch. Types of videos we're going to be making. Once we get going with the flower farming, we'll obviously do a lot of videos on how that's going. But I'm finding out the best videos, the ones that are getting the most views, are ones where I'm doing reviews on tools. So I've done reviews in the past couple of weeks on 2 different types of weed eaters, gas weed eater and electric weed eater. I've got some more tool reviews on some DeWalt clippers I have, and leaf blowers, and DeWalt chainsaws, and some other stuff. I got a lot of DeWalt tools and some other type power tools. Like I say, I do plan to do a tractor review on the 3 different tractors I have, and which ones I would recommend for somebody beginning out, depending on the size of your farm. Business-wise, Miss Sherry suggested we get business cards, which we've done. Sorry for squinting. I'm walking around at sunset and the sun's right in my eyes right now. But we did get business cards made. So now we seem very professional. Haven't sold anything, but got business cards. But anyway, things are going well. Not getting a lot done because, like I've mentioned, I work full time until March. This is July of 2026. March of 2027 is when I plan to retire from my project manager position. and then we'll hit it full time. Our goal is to have a commercial flower farm. We have 2 locations, as I mentioned in previous videos. You hadn't watched them. I'm now walking around our primary home, which is on 8 acres. And that's where we'll start at. North of here, 11 miles north, we also have a 30-acre place that used to be a Christmas tree farm. And if we need to expand, if things go well, we'll expand onto that. Infrastructure here, and I'll swing around in a second, show a video. But I've got a large barn. Actually, I'll turn so you can see behind me. But I've got a large 36 by 36 barn with horse stalls in it that I've converted into storage. Then beside it, I've got a 3-stall metal building. That camper RV will actually go in that metal building, and we can plug it in and have air conditioning in the summertime, because it's definitely hot here in Arkansas in the summer. You can see me sweating right now. It's, I think, around 95 degrees out, and it's about 7:30 in the evening. So anyway, that's our updates. Please comment if you're interested in anything. If you have any suggestions as far as videos, please comment on and suggest that. Or if you have any suggestions to improve my videos. I know some of them get pretty boring, but we'll go do our best. Try to insert a little bit of humor here and there. And, appreciate everybody watching. Till next week, I'll start trying to go back to weekly updates. Hopefully we'll have more progress next week. I'm really looking forward to doing my first video on planting the flower beds. Planted a lot of vegetable beds over the years, but being my first experience of flowers, other than just flowers around the house. So anyway, don't forget to hit the share button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. And this is Doug Dorr, Campview Farms, Central Arkansas, signing out.